like we're NASA or something, turning all these social
We
media.
kind of are.
Good morning, everybody. Yes.
Today, we're going to be talking about mediumship. Specifically, what is mediumship? And we're going to give you the secrets revealed. We're going to reveal some of the secrets. We're going to go underneath the costumes. We're going to lift the hood and show you some of the secrets behind mediumship that you were never told.
So if you guys are new to us, consider subscribing and click that bell. You'll be good to go. Let us know as you guys come on.
That you can hear us and that you can see us.
Yes.
So that we're not talking out of our butts.
I hope we're not talking out of our butts. So if you got, oh my goodness, it's
no, okay,
it's already starting. He's a child. So if you guys have any questions as we go, drop them in the comments. If we don't get to those questions live, as always, we will answer them on the replay.
Yep.
So before we get into the good stuff,
at this moment in time, we are deep in the modern age of spiritual exploration. More and more people are curious about unlocking the inner mysteries about how they tick and the spiritual stuff on their terms.
On their terms, and this is what we like to address. So
Yep.
We know, because we've seen it, it can get super cray-cray out there when people try to make things a little bit more mysterious than they actually are.
And one question that we get a lot from those curious minds is, what is mediumship?
It's a simple question, right? So, matter of fact, you know, guys, I know you guys. I love our studies and polls and stats because we like facts. There was a recent CBS poll showing that religion actually plays a role in people's opinions about psychic phenomena and mediumship in both directions. 2/3 of the people who identify as Catholic, for instance, say that psychic phenomena and mediumship is real and can more easily integrate it into their personal religious path.
Compared to only 52% of Protestants and other religions.
So it sort of just kind of depends on your own perception of it. So,
Yep.
Which is funny to me because we want to talk a little bit about religion and perception just a bit.
And that's important because in order to crack the mystery, all of these stats are very important because in order to crack the mystery, you've got to stop it with the Middle Ages superstitious stuff and start asking some real grounded questions and getting the right answers.
And that's what we're covering today, because you guys know we like to be the spiritual myth busters. It's
right.
kind of fun. So if you guys are watching live with us right now, give us a hashtag live tribe. Just want to check in with you guys.
If you're watching on the replay, hashtag replay fam.
And also let us know where you're watching from, because we want to know, you know, in the future if you got a couch available for us to crash on if we're visiting Perth or something.
So Perth is nice.
I know.
I heard Gold Coast is also pretty nice.
Live drive.
Absolutely. What's up to Victoria? What's up to Johnny? Thank you guys for joining us. There's a whole bunch of IG people that we can't see.
I can't see that far away because I don't have my glasses on.
Wow,
that was so old man of me.
I know. But it's worse if I take them off.
Okay. So
these are my everyday glasses, by the way.
So also, guys, if you shared the video, we got prizes for you guys. If you share the video, you get a prize. If you stay with us to the end for the whole video, you get a prize.
And you get a prize, and you get a prize, and everybody gets a prize.
And we'll tell you exactly how to do that. He's just going crazy. Plus, we are going to help you better understand what is mediumship itself in context.
And while that's going to be entertaining, the real reason that you should stick around is because of the mind-blowing secret weapon that we're going to be sharing to take your life from basic to badass, but only if it fits for you. We'll get to that more at the end.
You know, we don't like to be basic, and I know you don't either. So
what is up to Ginger? Ginger from Modesto. That's Bay Area. Yeah.
That's where David's from, if you didn't know
not
that.
Modesto, but
David's from the Bay Area. And Alton, Illinois. I don't think I've ever been to Illinois, but my mom was born in Chicago. So there you go.
Victoria be Illin. She be Illin.
Dear, it's already starting. For those of you that do not know us yet, I'm Heather.
And I'm David.
From ZenRoseGarden.
Helping people create
badass lives
with the science of self-growth and the magic of mysticism.
That's right. Since 2008, we've helped thousands of clients go from being overwhelmed, stressed, insecure to confident, purposeful, and empowered.
And if you just found us, congratulations. You've just found the secret weapon for your badass life. I know we're so modest.
David thinks he's the secret weapon.
I'm definitely a secret
He's
weapon.
kind of my secret weapon. But seriously, stick with us and we'll give you everything you need to crush your insecurities, smack down your fears so that you are free to be you, boo, because that is our mission in life.
Mission. That's mission.
It's a fancy way
for
to
those
say
of you who need translations.
It's my own language. So
yes. Through our work with over 2,000 clients over the world, we noticed a huge gap in what was being taught by a lot of influencers in our niche that seemed to be doing the same thing that everybody else was doing, regurgitating the same stuff. We're not trying to be the next cookie cutter gurus. Come on.
So what we noticed is that some people taught the really cool intuitive techniques without the foundation of self-growth to stabilize it.
Others taught the self-growth without having a clue of what to do when people started opening up their intuitive skills.
And both groups have a ceiling that lacks integration. And we like to bridge that gap. If you've been with us, you've heard us say it. We're going to say it again. If you stay to the end, we're going to show you how to get our best resource that we have created for your evolution. So let's get a little bit into our topic.
So Heather always likes to say that religion is psychology with costumes. And you just have to get beneath the costume to understand the mechanics of the connection.
Okay, so more
like I said, we're going under the hood today.
So more specifically, religions themselves are basically a formalized spiritual practice with rules and structure that specifically worship a deity or deities of some kind.
Where spiritual practices are not necessarily religious and don't necessarily worship a deity, but help you to connect directly to that bigger transpersonal energy of everything, all of it.
Both things are fine.
Yes.
So mediumship fits in both contexts, and that connection to the mysterious great beyond and the ancestors and loved ones that went before you. And here's the thing. Historically, you will see it in every culture.
And I want to tell you that we are not knocking religion in any way, shape, or form, because religion is the same thing that everybody is trying to connect to, is this big, huge source of everything, okay? How you get there is different for everybody. You don't have to be religious to connect. You only have to have a belief or a hope that we have some continuity and that our loved ones continue in some fashion after death, because that lets you know that you're safe to live. There you go. Nutshell.
Well, I want to clarify that a little bit. So the difference between religion and spirituality is a lot of things, but religion is specifically, there's a deity you're worshiping, whereas spiritual practice doesn't necessarily have to have that.
Right. And so, there's a set agreed upon regulation or rules that go with that. Right.
People within a religion agree on a set of rules to connect to that bigger power, whereas someone that's just spiritual practicing is kind of directly connecting in their own way.
Yep.
They're both trying to connect to the same sort of energy, but calling it different things. So I want to clarify that because everybody's got their own way. So let's get into what is mediumship.
And no, it does not mean flying coach on the Starship Enterprise.
There we go.
It's a different ship. It's a totally different ship.
I don't know, but I'm in the captain's chair, sorry, or at least navigation. So you can be in the captain's chair sometimes. So.
I like that big chair. I have my moments of being in that big chair. I've got my big chair moments. I'm not going to deny.
My dad was a master navigator in the Air Force. So I'll do navigation. So now it's time for the good stuff. Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's do it.
Oh my God.
All right.
So tip number one.
Mediumship is cooperative communication with dead people.
This is the basic explanation for what it is. So mediumship is cooperative communication with dead people. So
it's a co-op.
Or people that don't have bodies, basically. So mediumship, more technically than our last video on what is a medium.
Make sure you go check that out.
Yeah, check that out. Involves cooperative communication between a living agent,
a person, a being, somebody who's alive,
and one or more spirit persons. And by that, we mean dead people or people without physical bodies. Okay.
Yep. And there are many, many ways that this can manifest in each individual medium.
Such as dream mediumship, which is kind of a common one for me since I was a kid. So you can have, a lot of people don't even think that that's a thing, but that's kind of a type of mediumship.
And there isn't enough space for us to go deep into it today, but in our mediumship and our advanced mediumship certification program, we get deeper into that and the many ways that this can show up and how to find the best way for you personally to develop.
So Again,
We've got a question.
I want to remind you guys that there's free stuff. Who wants free stuff? We got 2 freebies every day. We're going to try to give something away, but you got to earn them.
You have to earn them. We've got 1 for sharing and 1 for sticking around to the end.
We're hanging
so
out.
We want you to let us know in the comments, #free stuff.
Yeah,
okay?
write it down.
#free stuff. And are you a sharer or are you a watcher? Are you a voyeur or do you like to spread the love?
That's
I'm just saying.
That's a little tricky.
That's
a little tricky.
Anyway.
So assuming, I have a question though, because honest to God, I binged on chocolate chip cookies yesterday. So assuming that everyone loves a chocolate chip cookie.
Right.
Do you like chocolate chip cookies with nuts or without nuts? I'm just curious. Taking a poll. I'm a without nuts kind of chick.
I'm kind of a macadamia.
I love macadamia.
Yeah,
that's a different
macadamia white chocolate. That's a whole different thing.
That's not a toll
Chocolate
house.
chip cookies, I say without nuts.
Yeah,
I'm also without nuts.
But white chocolate chip cookies with macadamias.
Yeah. So let us know.
That's totally off topic, but I get a pass because I'm a Gemini.
Hey, Poppy, it is good to see you. Yes. Johnny Ginger, Haunted Scotland. Thank you guys for showing up, joining, helping to spread the word.
I love it
Haunted Scotland. Yeah, he's been hanging around.
I know he is. I love it when Haunted Scotland's in the house. It's really fun. Without Victoria, without all the way. If it's not broken, why fix it? Okay.
Absolutely, love it. Okay, so tip number 2: mediumship is the function of prophets, seers, and sages.
So
okay? Not only is it a function of mind, but it is a function that is used by prophets, seers, and sages.
So here's what I want to talk about, because I hear all of this like between the factions of people that are trying to connect to the spiritual world, and it's really pitiful because, you know, if you're a spiritual person, you're supposed to be like love and all that good stuff. So let's clarify it. A prophet of the Bible or any classic wisdom literature that's written by a sage or a mystic had to, by this definition of tip number 1 of mediumship, use the facility of mediumship if their claims are true that the literature was delivered by a discarnate being such as God or an angel. Otherwise, they were just making stuff up. Hello.
Let's pause and let that digest for a moment.
Hello.
No, I said pause. Let's take a moment and let that digest.
I'm paused. It doesn't mean I have to shut up. So,
girl.
So example is, so for you religious-y types, for instance, the Prophet Muhammad, right, who was said to have been given the text of the Quran through the Archangel Gabriel, like Gabriel told him what the Quran said and he wrote it down, or
Moses getting the 10 Commandments from Jehovah.
And receiving the name of God from the great I am that I am. And all of those functions, all of those instances, if they were true instances, would have required the faculty of mediumship itself, because mediumship is the faculty of getting information from a discarnate being and bringing it into the physical world, period.
That's like, I'm going to get water without using a faucet or a hose or some way to transfer something from one place to another place.
So this is one of those things I wish that like really super conservative religious people and New Age people, mediumship people, I don't really identify with any of those groups. Let me get this straight, because some people are like, oh, you're New Age or you're, but really I don't identify with any of them. It's like, but we all need to like get on the same page and realize that's just the tool that gets us to our mysticism and our inspiration, whatever that is for you. So that makes sense, you guys? Yeah, I got a true from Johnny. Spread the love.
Spread the love, spread the love. I love the spread the love. Vanessa, good to see you. So we touch on this a lot in not only in our advanced mediumship training course, but also in our spiritual awakening course.
Yes.
Okay, so those are some of the things that we get much deeper into.
That's
so we want to know how we're doing so far. Are you guys getting this? Is this making sense? Has this like blown your mind yet? You know,
it's to me, you guys, this is a real simple concept, that tip number 2, but I just don't see why people get so wrapped up in the emotion of battling. That's not the right way to connect. That's not the right way to that they kind of
the logic.
They kind of forget that we're all trying to get to the same thing, right?
Yes,
so the simplest thing. So I want to ask you another question. Dave and I were talking about Jamaica this morning. He got this in Jamaica when we went to Jamaica. So together David and I, because we never take a break, have only been to one island. It was like, and we loved it. It was Jamaica. But we want to know from our Zen heads all over the world
who maybe have traveled a little bit more than we have.
What is your favorite island that you have actually visited? We're going to come back and check and take a poll.
And take notes, right?
So, yeah, let us know in the comments.
Right.
You know, Haunted Scotland says absolutely makes sense. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. So let's get into tip number 3. I just can't get my numbers straight today. So tip number 3, mediumship is the function of shamanism, which is just, in my opinion, a trendier form of mediumship with drums and feathers that has a better beat and you can dance to it. So
boom.
There you go.
So shamanism, like mediumship, requires that you talk to some energy that does not have a body and tell other people about it.
Boom, that's it. So in shamanic
mediumship,
medium is shaman, right? Same kind of thing. So we're just calling it in shamanic flight, for instance, which is basically
any kind of journey,
which would be the same thing as a medium going into trance and sort of remote traveling kind of thing.
Right.
So the shaman tunes into another realm. Invisible reality is the term that we like to call it, because that's sort of a general term for the underworld or the astral plane or the heaven realms, whatever system you want to use it. It's in the invisible reality.
And maybe in shamanism, this is what is also referred to as shadow walking.
So anyway, the shaman tunes into another realm, invisible reality, to talk to dead people, your ancestors. So as you can see,
the term mediumship is simply a westernized modern term for any kind of mystic practice that tunes into this invisible reality or spirit world and conveys that information back to the living.
So people, again, I'm going to say it, people quibble and they talk shiitake mushrooms about each other, but strip away all the fluff on the top and we are talking about the same mental skills underneath. So let's not all get our panties in a wad about it. Just not. Because Stan Rice said, Stan Rice is one of my favorite poets. If anybody's an Anne Rice vampire literature fan, Stan Rice is her late husband, who is an amazing poet. He has a poem that says, "But what is an angel but a ghost in drag?" Just gonna leave that right there, because we need to look at things from different perspectives.
So in our Zen Rose Garden Advanced Mediumship Training course, we bust a whole bunch of other misunderstandings to help you access your shaman medium mystic mojo.
That's a new
word.
That? That's a new
shaman
word.
Medium mystic, shaman medium mystic, shaman medium mystic. I think there's something coming on here.
And there's a
shaman medium mystic, shaman medium mystic. Okay, so it helps you access that shaman medium mystic mojo much more easily.
So I love Johnny's quote. Johnny says, totally makes sense being raised in a strict Baptist home. I've always felt this. So for me, I was raised in a super strict dogmatic Christian home, and being also a child medium, just asking those questions, but what about that? But what about that? But what about that? Right? Mm-hmm. So and if I was asking the questions, I know a lot of people are asking the questions. So I'm answering the questions. Yeah. Anyway, are you guys more excited now that you have these tips? We like to get...
Thank you, Vanessa. I just have to say thank you.
He is silly, right?
Love when he gets silly.
We want to make sure we've cleared up some mysteries a little bit every day, cleaning up the gene pool of the spiritual.
So let us know if we've cleaned up some of these mysteries, cleared up some of these mysteries, or busted some myths wide open that you've been holding on to.
So we also want to know in the comments if any of you have ever had any formal training in mediumship or shamanism of any kind.
Yeah.
Want to kind of see where you guys are out in the world.
Out in the world, right. So we're on a mission to bust all the myths in self-growth and spirituality, but we need your help. Share this video and click the I'm part of the evolution link in the description to get your bonus. Matter of fact, if you hashtag that, it's even better.
Ooh.
Okay, hashtag part of the evolution or hashtag evolution, and we will get that out to you.
So I want to say hi to, a lot of people are popping up. I say hey to Jason and Ricky Rohr and all the people on IG that are too small for me to see. Hello, all of the people on IG.
What's up, IG?
Ginger, Vanessa, Haunted Scotland, Johnny,
and the great thing about Johnny especially because of what we were just talking about, is Johnny is also the name of Heather's good friend who passed away. And that was one of his things when he came back, was being basically an angel in drag.
Well, he was a drag queen in real life too. So, so we want to shout out one of our Zen heads, Mariah, who shared her recent time with us on the Google machine. We always like to shout out one of our Zen heads every day. She said, nobody ever likes asking for help, and I am no exception. I'd been looking at David and Heather's site off and on for a little while before I finally got the courage and booked the session. Trust me when I tell you, you won't regret the time you spend with them. They understand the struggle and genuinely want to help you. Hashtag the struggle is real, guys. Now that I feel like I'm a little more open and willing to get help and talk, I'm excited to see how the next session goes. Thank you, girl, Mariah. We are happy and here to help.
And we absolutely love to hear what's going on with our Zen heads everywhere. We love to hear these kinds of feedback, or these any feedback, because it lets us know the type of impact that we're creating in the world, because that is our mission. We are on a mission to create impact.
Also because we never get out of the house except to see movies. So
or eat good food.
Or when Crystal Fuentes calls us and says, I'm hungry, let's eat.
Yeah.
So I want to give you that thing the secret weapon.
Yes,
that's what we're doing.
Now it's time for that secret weapon.
So we've learned that self-growth and developing your intuition, your mediumship for a badass life go together like sushi, Sapporo, and sake. I'm gonna add that in there.
And that is why we created our signature subscription membership, Zen Ed Academy, to bridge that gap.
Okay, so you could keep battling, because we've seen you do this,
mm-hmm.
and you've done this, against all your outdated programs and beliefs and not gaining traction. I did this for years too, because you keep spinning in circles.
Or you could start hacking your mind, healing your heart, and connecting your soul.
Yes.
So that you can live a more rich, satisfying life and create a greater impact in the world while living your best life. And like I said, that's our mission. Not only are we doing it, but we want to help you do it.
So it's time for you to get that secret weapon that we were talking about and plug directly into all the unique proven shortcuts, and they are proven, signature mind hacks and emotional ninja skills that have worked for thousands of our clients to step into confidence, self-love, and personal power.
So that they can trust themselves to live their purpose completely. Like I said, once again, this is our mission.
So do you qualify for this? Is this going to work for you? Do you qualify for a membership?
This is going to be for you if you are tired of all of the same bullshit going over and over again, never really giving you the deep underneath workings of what's actually going on, tired of not understanding the science behind it, tired of having all of the mystical woogie blown up your arse, and you're ready to master your talents, your natural talents, ready to take those skills of your mind and take them to a whole new level. If you're ready to break out of the norm and step into your badassery, then you're qualified.
And have some fun doing it.
And have some fun, because obviously we're pretty fun.
Because he never stops. So Zen Ed Academy is where this happens. And it is where the science of self-growth meets the magic of mysticism. And in my opinion, it is the best collection of ever-growing mind hacks, emotional healing techniques, and psychological self-growth tactics.
It's more than your opinion. This is this is the feedback that we keep getting from our Zen heads, from our members, to create greater lasting impact in the world while once again living your best life. This is our mission. And this is going to work for you, even if
you are allergic to fairy dust and just want real information without all the unicorn poop on your shoes.
Yeah. Or if you're a complete virgin to this and never had your mystical cherry popped.
We're here to bust your mystical cherry. I guess that's what's happening. So even if you think you know it all and can never possibly learn anything new, then you're probably in that case you're in the wrong place. What the hell are you doing?
Go
to another place. Go to another place. So Zen Ed Academy is our inner circle where we jack you into the ZRG mainframe so you can stop fighting your inner supervillain and become your own superhero.
To do what you're meant to do. And once again, this is our freaking mission and we're on it. On the mission.
Love it, love it, love it. I love what Haunted Scotland says. I love it when you're on. We've been working with the local spiritual medium in our paranormal HQ here in Scotland. Surprisingly, we gained excellent results with techniques he showed us. Anyone can do this with the right guides. Absolutely.
And Ginger says badassery, great word. I'm pretty proud of that one. Yeah.
Like he made it up. So,
well, I may not have made it up, but I claim it.
Okay.
So what do you need to do to get into the academy?
Just click the link in the description to be taken to the checkout cart, put in your details, and in seconds, start the first lesson of our advanced mediumship training course. Also, for those of you that might be joining us on Zen Ed Academy, there is a psychic development course that is also in there that will get you prepped. Like if you haven't done any kind of this work before, I would recommend doing the 8-hour psychic development course first.
Start with that. Start with that.
Those 8 lessons, and then go into the advanced training course.
Just the first lesson of that psychic development course is going to get you on your way to getting a handle on how your mind works and your body works as a psychic instrument. All of that information is down below. Let us know how we're doing. Give us a like if you've liked this video.
So anyway, that's going to get you on your way to being able to get a better handle on your mojo today. So all the info is below.
Because you stayed to the end, it's prize time. Click the I love you so much I stayed link in the description, or give us a #LoveYou, and we'll get that out to you. If you like this video,
love me.
Please love me.
I love him.
I want more. I'm a greedy bitch.
You can never have enough love, right? So you guys, if you like this video, we said hit the like button.
If you have any questions, let us know in the comments below.
We would love to hear from you, because that is where we make our videos based on your questions about what is most relevant in your life and where you're struggling with your intuitive development and just life in general. So for more badass life tips, be sure to subscribe.
And click that bell to turn notifications on.
Notifications on, so you're the first to know
when we drop a new video.
Or go live.
And we know that time is a valuable and precious resource, and the fact that you guys have spent that not only with us, but most importantly, with yourselves, leveling up your skills. We absolutely honor and appreciate that. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next video.
See you in the next video. Should do some outro dance.
Bounce.